And welcome back to Hannity. Another new scandal is about to rock the IRS. According to the AP, the tax agency is going to be slammed in a scathing report by the Inspector General. Now, that's set to be released tomorrow. It will reportedly detail how the agency has spent nearly $50 million on 220 conferences for employees between 2010 and 2012. But that's not all. Listen to what Congressman Rogers revealed at today's House hearing on the IRS scandal. Watch this.
Now, in addition to the $50 million for conferences over the last 3 years, the press is reporting that the IRS paid out more than $92 million in bonuses during that 3-year period. And within that sum, key figures in the current scandal got bonuses.
A lot of money. Pretty unbelievable. Joining me now with Reaction Radio talk show host Dana Loesch and Democratic strategist, former Kerry campaign aide Mark Hanna. Mark, let me show you. The House Ways and Means Committee released an IRS video showing employees line dancing in their offices. Take a look.
To the right. To the left. 3, 4. It's so challenging to teach them, even though the lyrics are the directions to the dance. My goodness. To the right, to the right, to the right.
This is harder than doing an op review.
To the left. I need a straight line. You're trying to get ready for Anaheim. Stay in line.
$50 million in conferences, $92 million in bonuses, and line dancing on the job. Any problem with that, Mark?
Sean, you might be surprised. I'll agree with you that that might not be the best use of taxpayer dollars. I'll just say, though, that, you know, God forbid the Fox News employees have an outing and where they have these team building exercises and somebody catches it with a camera like this. It's, it's
number one, it's a
embarrassing for
private
sure.
corporation. Number two, I can promise you, I've never been line dancing with Bill O'Reilly, ever.
But people would pay to see that. People would pay. But look, no, I'll agree that this is embarrassing for the administration, but here's what progressives think when they look at this. They look at Darrell Issa trying to link what happened in Cincinnati to Washington, D.C. So far, Candy Crowley just yesterday morning said when interviewing Issa that there was no sort of, it was totally not definitive that there was this link. So we end up with this like sideshow, this public spectacle, instead of pursuing the public interest, which is Americans need to know what actually happened at the IRS.
Well,
and if there was malfeasance,
but we
need to find that out.
Dana, don't we know what happened?
No.
Hang on, Dana.
All right, first of all, there was such an egregious false equivalence made here that has to be corrected. First and foremost, the last time I checked, Sean, Fox News was not funded by the American taxpayer. Fox News didn't require billions upon billions and billions of dollars and went out and persecuted conservatives while they were taking taxpayer-funded dollars as well. There's a big difference. It's a government entity. This is a business, and it's it's television. I mean, come on, let's be real about this.
It was a joke.
Sean, what I don't
Dana,
understand.
It was a joke.
I don't understand. Oh, no, it wasn't. You spent like 2 minutes on it. You were trying to make a point. You failed. So let's just own that.
It was a funny video, though. But
Sean, I have to
my
make
point
this
is that it's more of a sideshow.
No. I'm talking, and I'm gonna finish my point. This is, how much was this? $50 million that was spent, Sean. It would have been amazing if they could have used some of this money for training for IRS employees to make sure that they knew how to not target Tea Partiers and conservatives and pro-Israel groups and Jewish groups. I think it would have gone a long way. Maybe a little sensitivity training and some responsibility training.
Let me throw to, there was a very key moment. It was a checkmate moment on Meet the Press this weekend. David Plouffe and our own Karl Rove, because this is about targeting one group of people. Let's roll this tape.
There's been no suggestion. The independent, the prosecutor looked at this, excuse me, the Inspector General said there was no politics involved in this. No one has indicated at all that the White House was involved. The IRS director was appointed under President Bush, served under both presidents, attested. No one from, so this was not a political pursuit.
Baloney.
No baloney, Carl.
Well, if it was not political, then why are only conservative groups being targeted? Why did they pick
liberal groups targeted?
Oh, really? Name one. Name one. What conservative, what liberal group had Tea Party or Patriot in its name that it was targeted?
This was
not a single liberal group has appeared to say.
You're taking great license here, Carl.
No, I'm not. I am not at all.
This was not an effort driven by the White House. It would be the dumbest political effort of all time.
All right, Mark, can you name one liberal group targeted by this IRS?
Yeah, Progress Texas is a liberal group in Texas. There's also a group of Chicago reporters that is a little bit more progressive that got targeted as well.
Targeted?
Look, I'm not saying that
because of their name, because they're liberal.
Okay, let me clarify. Not targeted. What happened here? I know, Dana. Let's zoom out a little bit. What happened in the wake of the Supreme Court Justice ruling of Citizens United? You had 1,700 applications flooding the IRS. Because all of a sudden the regulations were liberalized and anybody could.
If only the timeline matched that.
The Inspector General found that it wasn't done for political reasons. It was sloppy. It was reckless. It had a horrible effect, and the president is right to be outraged
Dana,
about
last word. Go
but it wasn't done politically.
Bolo, one word, bolo. Be on the lookout. So how many progressive groups use, I know, well, you should if you're talking about this issue. How many progressive groups use the terms Tea Party and Patriot in their mission statements describing themselves when they go and apply for tax exemption status? Because Tea Party was one of the bolo lists. Maybe you should read that IG report.
Where were you when Ashcroft was going after the NAACP and liberal churches in Southern California? This righteous indignation is
so
really
that justifies it. So you agree that the NAACP should be targeted? Okay, thanks for being on the record.
I agree that there's a culture of over surveillance in the Justice Department. I'll grant you that. That's a holdover from the Bush
by trying to use 3 groups as an example. But it's great. I love that we have another white Democrat on the record saying that it's okay to go after, NAACP because it justifies this in this instance.
All right, guys, we're going to leave it right there. Good to see you both,
Dana.
Dana. Good to see you. And